Hey, what's up, guys? It's still Mother's Day when I'm filming this, so happy Mother's Day to all the mothers out there. I don't know if any mothers watch my channel. I haven't looked at demographics. Might as well do a cheer to Mother's Day. I mean, an excuse to drink right, you know what I'm saying? I'm drinking Smirnoff 100 proof. Stuff's actually pretty good. Because lots of the coworkers I work with are moms and they're awesome. And my mom put up a lot of BS over the years, so cheers to the moms who work hard through a lot of BS. Man. So today we're going to debunk a common argument done by most of Democrats, but right-wingers also, that we support democracy abroad. Democrats, the last couple of days, have been using this argument because they see Trump praising Kim Jong-un or al-Sisi, the dictator in Egypt, for example, or Vladimir Putin. They say, oh, he supports dictators. That means he's a fascist. That means right-wingers, they don't like democracy. They love fascism. You know, it's just like, where the fuck were you during Obama's term, the last fucking 8 years, when he gave billions upon billions of dollars to terrorists to take away people's human rights, as well as dictators and oligarchs? There were some Democrats who called him out on it, rightly so. I'm not saying hashtag not all Democrats, because Democrats are millions and millions of people, and each of them think their own thoughts and opinions. So there were some Democrats who called out Obama consistently, giving arms and military training and weapons and teaching them how to torture there are civilians. He gave all this to lots of dictators and oligarchs and very corrupt governments. But the vast majority of Democrats just listened to his nice, pretty speech and didn't look into his actual policies, just looked at how nice he was as a guy and said, oh yeah, he's really nice, he supports democracy, he was a great president. No, he fucking wasn't. He caused the deaths of thousands and thousands of people because he just loved giving weapons to dictators. I swear he jacked off to it because he did it so fucking often. So when you Democrats cry about Trump praising Putin or Sisi or Assad, just cut the horse shit. You do not care about democracy and human rights. You're just using this as a platform to attack Trump. If you actually gave a shit about dictators and U.S. support of dictators and oligarchs and tyrants, then you would have been raising a hissy fit when Obama was doing it the last 8 years. Oh, and Clinton before Bush, he did it too. But you guys, for the vast majority of you, were fucking silent. So cut the fucking bullshit. I'm tired of these people using these arguments to try to attack their opponents when they actually don't care about the issues at hand. They actually don't care about dictators torturing people into false confessions, using U.S. arms and interrogation tactics that we taught them, and then executing them for a crime they never committed, all in the name of combating terrorism. They don't give a shit about that. No, they don't give a fucking flaming shit about that, because, like me, they would have been consistent throughout the presidents, no matter what party they were, and then when they supported these actions through military aid, they would say, that's fucking wrong, I don't believe that. But they don't do that. They were silent during Obama, and now when Trump's doing the exact same thing that Obama does, now they're raising hissy fit. Oh, there's the anti-war left. Haven't seen them in 8 fucking goddamn years. And right-wingers do the exact same thing. They constantly praise Bush, even though he ran up the deficit like a motherfucker. He lowered taxes, lowering revenue, put all the tab of all the wars he started onto the debt, which is part of the reason why we're $20 trillion in debt, and they didn't say a goddamn word about it. But as soon as Obama did the exact same thing, continuing the wars that Bush started in the first fucking place, newsflash, Trump supporters, Obama didn't start the war in Afghanistan and Iraq. Bush did. The Republicans, for most of you guys, fucking voted for. I know. I know that requires memory of more than 20 seconds, and the vast majority of Americans have a short attention span. They don't remember that, yeah, it was a Republican who started all these fucking wars, and then put it and added it to the debts. Oh, and Obama didn't start it. He just continued what Bush did. So they were silent when Bush ran up the debt. As soon as Obama did the exact same thing, then they cried about the deficit and the debt. Like they suddenly cared about it. For 8 years, they were silent. So I'm just going to go through U.S. military aid. throughout the Bush and Obama years. I couldn't get all of Bush's years because they just don't feel like fucking recording stuff. Prior to 2005, that was the first year I could find. I'm just going to go through Bush's years and Obama's years and show you by the data, not the emotional rhetoric. Fuck emotional rhetoric. Fuck speeches. Fuck whatever the president say. I love this. I'm going to do this in his speech. Anyone can say that. That doesn't mean jack shit to me. What I care about is who you are giving billions of dollars to, who you are giving, sorry, my child's acting up, who you are giving guns to. You're giving guns to dictators who turn around and shoot civilians in the fucking face, and while you turn around and say, I love democracy. Fuck you. So, this 2005, U.S. foreign aid in 2005, the highest recipient at $10 billion fucking dollars. You know, I can think of 10,000 better ways to spend that $10 billion in the U.S., like fixing our bridges or fixing our education system, or just not spending it at all and then saving money on the deficits. But no, we decided to give Iraq $10 billion in 2005. Oh yeah, Iraq, the most loving, human rights loving, compassionate regime we've ever seen. You know, Iraq is in some ways just as bad as Saddam Hussein because they are so corrupt and they trample on their citizens' human rights all the fucking goddamn time. To the average Iraqi citizen, it's no fucking different. Before it was run by Saddam, one fucking guy. Now it's run by a bunch of oligarchs, or a couple of rich guys like Saddam, and they do the exact fucking thing. You know, so $10 billion 2005. Next one, Israel, 2.62 billion. Oh yeah, Israelis who love human rights. That's why they torture Palestinian children into false confessions and then jail them for months and years for something they never did because they love human rights so much and they really respect other countries' citizens' human rights. That's why they bomb mosques and markets and then say, oh yeah, we're fighting terrorism by conducting terrorism. You know, so we gave $2.62 billion to that. The third one, just under 1.5 billion, Afghanistan. Oh yeah, Afghanistan, who is so much better now than the Taliban when the Taliban ruled. Yeah, they're so much better. You know, they cut off people's arms, they kidnap people in dead of night and torture them with false confessions and then execute them and then say we're fighting terrorism. Oh yeah, and they're corrupt as hell too. They like take bribes like a motherfucker. You know, so this is where all our money's going to under Bush. Americans love democracy. Americans love human rights. Not by this graph, it doesn't. I'll leave a link as always, you can look for yourself. Sudan, oh yeah, that loving country. Sudan was at about $75 million. Oh yeah, Sudan, who does the exact same fucking thing. I'm just going through, I'm not going to describe every single thing, it's take forever. So, Sudan, Ethiopia, Colombia, Egypt, Jordan, Pakistan, Serbia, Mozambique, Chad, Mali, Burundi, Niger. It's like, do we ever give military aid to a country who's not a complete fucking asshole to its citizens? I mean, just the first 10 plus countries we give military aid to in 2005 are the most horrible, despicable countries in the face of the goddamn planet. I can't see a decent country on here. Niger, Burkina Faso, Sierra Leone, Central African Republic. Wow, it's like U.S. military aid is in line with how fucked up a country is. It's like we give money to a country, it acts fucked up. We don't give money to Britain and France and they're semi-decent, they respect their citizens' human rights to a degree. You know, we don't give money to those countries whose governments are actually responsible and actually look out for the citizens and respect their human rights. I mean, they have their problems, no doubt, no fucking doubt. I'm not saying they're perfect, but they're certainly better than fucking Jordan, who's had a dictator, a king. Oh, we're going to call it a king, and that's so much better than a dictator. Not the exact same fucking thing. So that's 2005. Let's see if we can find 2006, eh? Nope, can't find anything in 2006 because apparently people just don't like keeping records for more than a decade because it makes them look bad. So 2007, still under the Bush era. Iraq, $4.1 billion. Wow, what a surprise, Iraq's top of the list. Oh, Afghanistan's next on the list. Oh, and Israel's the next. Oh, and Egypt's number 4, and all the others received $1.2 billion. Wow, so 4 of the most despicable countries in the face of the goddamn planet who repress their own citizens, or in Israel's case, other countries' citizens. What a surprise that when we give assholes guns and APCs and jet fighters and surveillance methods and technology they can use to oppress their citizens, lo and behold, they use that to take away their citizens or other citizens' human rights. Wow. I had no idea that when we conduct foreign policy at such a retarded level, that people die because of it. Let's go to Obama. So we already showed how Bush doesn't give a flaming shit about human rights, doesn't care about democracy, doesn't care about any of that, because by the numbers, I don't care what speech he gave, I don't care what policy memo he mentioned, oh yeah, I love democracy, whatever, I don't care about that, because anyone can do that. It takes 2 fucking seconds to write that, it takes 2 fucking seconds to say that. It doesn't mean anything. What I'm concerned about is the tangible actions you're taking. He's actively giving money to terrorists, to tyrants, to dictators, to corrupt oligarchical regimes, and he doesn't care. So Obama did the same fucking thing. Obama, just the poster child for the fucking Democrats, loved giving weapons to dictators and tyrants. No one ever likes mentioning that. USA in 2010, Afghanistan, $4.1 billion. Well, Afghanistan is consistently went, oh no, Iraq was high up on the list before. Now Afghanistan took the spot. Number 1, Israel, what a surprise. Number 2, Pakistan, Haiti, Egypt, Iraq, Jordan, Mexico, Kenya, Nigeria. Every single one of those countries is a fucking hellhole. Corrupt countries down to the core, every single level, national, state, local, kills thousands, tens of thousands of people every single year. Tens of thousands of civilians, just commits mass terrorism against its own population or against other citizens' population. In the case of Israel, you know, their citizens do not have rights at all. Freedom of speech? Nope. Freedom of assembly? Nope. Freedom to bear arms? Sometimes, some of these countries, yes. Others, no. Freedom to right and speedy trial that's open to the public? No. They just don't care. They just don't fucking care. Let's pick one more year of Obama, since we picked 2 of Bush's. It's only fair to pick 2 of Obama's years here. 2012, Israel. Oh, Israel overcome Afghanistan and Iraq. Well, if Obama was Muslim, then why is he giving more money to Jews here than Muslims? Like, that doesn't make any fucking sense. I mean, why does he go to church if he's a Muslim? Oh, he's a closet Muslim. Oh, I forgot about that. Sorry. Israel, $3 billion. Afghanistan, consistently high up there. Man, they must be good negotiators. They are consistently draining us billions of dollars every single year, and they use it to oppress their own citizens. Wow, man. Jeez. Israel, Afghanistan, Pakistan, Iraq, Egypt, Jordan, Kenya, Nigeria, Ethiopia, and Tanzania. All corrupt, tyrannical countries. What a surprise. That consistently, throughout the Bush and Obama years, you can look up the other years. I just picked 2 because we're already at, like, I don't know, after editing like 13 minutes in this video, I don't want to go through every single year. And some of the earlier videos, the early years, Bush is hard to find on the internet. Oh, here's a great one, comparing 2008 and 2012. The last year of Bush and midway through Obama's term, and the countries are almost exactly the same. So it's like no matter which party of the 2 parties you elect, you both support giving money to tyrants and dictators and corrupt governments that repress their citizens' human rights, which shows me, the American citizen, that both those countries do not give a flaming goddamn fuck about democracy and human rights. Oh, and the fact that they both support, overwhelming support, the Patriot Act, NDA, means they don't care about Americans' human rights either, which is why I'm a libertarian. So I'm trying to tell you through these videos. Those 2 parties don't give a flaming fuck about you. Through their actions, you can see they don't care about the things that they claim in their words to care about, like democracy and human rights. Which is why in 2008, 2012, Israel, boom, top of the list. 2.38 billion in 2008 and 3.075 2012. Afghanistan, second in both years. 1.9 billion in 2008 and 2.3 billion in 2012. Egypt's number 3 in 2008 and number 5 in 2012. Jordan's number 4 in 2008 and number 6 in 2012. It's the same fucking countries. Bush, Obama, exact same military aid policy. Trump is doing the exact same thing. I haven't seen the numbers for the exact budget because he's still working it out. But the fact that he praises al-Sisi, he praises Putin, and he praises Assad, leads me to believe that, guess what? He's not different than other Republicans. He's not an outsider. He is the definition of an insider. He is the definition of the establishment. He's been working the establishment for decades. He's going to do the exact same fucking thing. I'm going to fucking call it. When he releases the budget, his foreign aid for 2000, I'm going to guess it's 17. Yeah, that's the new budget he's coming out with. 2017, 2018. I forget if 2017 has already been made by Obama, because he was in office for the first 2 years, 2008, 2017. So it might be to 2018, where it's totally Trump's budget, totally his decisions in making the budget. It's going to be